Welcome to Tea for Lunch, a weekly show powered by Arcade.
Each week, we'll serve you the top stories we're following in social media, celebrity, and tech in 15 minutes or less. You can catch the show live on Instagram on Thursdays at about 12 p.m. Mountain Time, or on all podcast providers and YouTube on Fridays. We're your hosts this week, Mikenna and
Mel. It's been a while since we've done it together, I think.
I know, it's a social team takeover.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time we did it together, so this is going to be fun.
Happy to be back.
Yeah. Happy Vlogmas.
Happy Vlogmas to those who observe.
Yeah, to those who observe. I guess Vlogmas will technically start tomorrow, December 1, but for some of us who are doing it, we're filming today. So yes. I'm doing Vlogmas on YouTube, and Morgan, our podcast producer, is also doing Vlogmas, and I've heard that Mikenna might be doing it on TikTok.
I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm liking making content right now, so may as well. We'll see. I haven't filmed anything yet today, though, so it'll be a half day starting point.
I think Mitzi's also doing it on TikTok. So if you like Vlogmas, if you don't even know what Vlogmas is, it's basically, it was started on YouTube by Ingrid Nielsen, and she vlogged every single day up until Christmas and posted a daily vlog. Now that's like crazy. Like that's so much content, and I don't think I could ever do that with a full, like I think you could do that if YouTube was your full-time job, but I'm doing 12 days. I'm not sure, Mitzi and you, what you're planning on for TikTok, but we'll see. So
I'm
just
gonna
check it out.
try to post every day until Christmas.
Okay.
Whether that's daily vlog or just content in general. Just a post a day.
Yeah, so tune in if you are a Vlogmas viewer. Okay, so getting into it, we're going to go through the SIP, which is your weekly rundown of the top stories happening in social media. So Instagram is reportedly testing a My Week feature that allows you to share your stories for 7 days instead of 24 hours. That's commitment.
I don't know if I want my stories for 7 days.
I don't know if I do. Instagram is also now letting anyone download Reels created by public accounts unless creators opt out. So if this scares you, you can like toggle that off, but it's now going to be an option. Over on Threads, you can now post through mobile web. TikTok has made updates that allow you to customize your feed by typing in a description of what you want to see more of and what you want to see less of. I kind of love this one.
Love it.
And TikTok now lets you download videos to view offline. Thoughts?
I really like the typing in. I'm seeing it a lot as a prompt too when I swipe past a video. It's like, do you want to see more of this, less of this, or like write in your own answer? My TikTok algorithm was really wonky for a bit there, and I was like constantly trying to refresh it and change it. So I'm really liking that they're like asking more of what you want, and it feels a little bit more customized.
Yeah, I like that too, because for a while they've had where you can say like, oh, I want to see less of this type of content, but sometimes it's hard because it's like, what about that type of content do I not want to see? Yeah. And what do I want to see more of? So if you can type it in, I think that's awesome. Yeah. So I love that one too.
But also like, why do you need to download videos from TikTok?
To view offline. Also, my iPhone storage said nope.
Yeah, not a chance that's happening.
Yeah, so that one's kind of interesting.
Our first main story is it's Spotify Wrapped season. It came out yesterday or 2 days ago if you're listening to the podcast. As usual, Spotify released this seasonal customized Wrapped report to users to see their top songs, artists, and podcasts from the past year. This year, Wrapped had a really funky, almost 90s video game theme to it with bright colors and busy patterns. To no one's surprise, the top of the charts this year was Taylor Swift. She's received 26.1 billion global streams since January. I was not a single one of them.
Me neither.
Of course, Spotify knew for a while that she would get the top spot, and they started sharing Easter eggs about it earlier this week. In the 48 hours before Wrap was released, they had 21 puzzle pieces with Taylor Swift-themed Easter eggs in billboards from Sao Paulo to Jakarta. The clues culminated in a spotlight video that shows things she's known for, like cats and red lips.
This is all foreign to me. I'm not a Swiftie at all. I think that Spotify is just jumping on like the Taylor Swift bandwagon, and like maybe it's mutually beneficial for both of them, but I'm kind of tired of hearing about like Taylor Swift and all of her marketing. Like, okay, she's killing it, great, but like let's look at other people who are killing it or maybe are like emerging artists. Like, we get it. Taylor Swift is like at the top.
Yeah, I as someone who I just don't get it. It's not my cup of tea, so it's an interesting one for me. For a limited time, if you stream one of her songs, on Spotify, the progress bar matches the song's era color.
Wow.
Couldn't tell you what that means. Coming in for artists after Taylor Swift were Bad Bunny, The Weeknd, Drake, and Peso Pluma. I don't know who Peso Pluma is either. The global top song was Flowers by Miley Cyrus, which I was actually surprised
it's not Taylor Swift.
I know. Or Beyonce.
Wow.
Or a song from the Barbie movie.
Oh my gosh, the top 3 podcasts scare me.
The top 3 podcast spots went to Joe Rogan, Call Her Daddy, and Huberman Lab.
Okay, I want to know what your Spotify Wrapped was. Who were your top artists?
So you know the joke where it's like Drake always makes his way into top artist? He was number 4 for me, which I was so shocked by.
Because you don't really listen to Drake.
Because I don't really listen to Drake.
It's rigged.
But number 1 was Noah Kahan, and he was also 4 of my 5 top songs.
Okay. Who else on your top list?
Top list, SZA.
Yep.
And then just a couple other indie bands that I really enjoy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 1 was Drake. I'm kind of embarrassed by that, but he just has a lot of like bops, you know? I'm like a vibes kind of music girl, so...
Okay.
It was, my number 1 was Drake, number 2, J. Cole, number 3, Nicki Minaj. I'm pretty sure it's for Barbie, like the Barbie song.
Oh, yeah.
And number 4 was The Weeknd. So like, I'm just like as basic as everyone else. And then number 5 was Fred again, which I wish he was.
Oh, Fred again was on mine too.
Yeah, I wish he was higher because he's a great artist. And I would feel less embarrassed by him being my number 1 than Drake, but let's just move on. Anything else you want to talk about for Spotify?
No. I mean, mine is exactly what I thought it would be.
Yeah, I guess me too. But honestly, I'm going to start like intentionally listening to other stuff. Drake has been my top artist for the past like 5 years. Like next year, my goal is to not have him as the top artist.
I think they
just
should
like out of protest, you know?
They should do like a 5-year, like, I feel like I've had raps for a few years now.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That'd be really cool.
Because that would be like the ultimate. Okay.
Spotify, do like a 5-year, like, I don't know how long you've been around, or 10-year wrap for those of us who have been dedicated listeners for
I love that.
long.
Okay, next story. So TikTok has released some interesting stats. And basically, they have said that users are now spending half their time on the app watching content that is longer than 1 minute. So over the past 6 months, creators who have posted videos longer than a minute have 5 times the growth rate in followers compared to those who post shorter videos. And TikTok even flew creators to their New York office for a private event that encouraged the creators to post longer content. I think this is because they're going to be incorporating ads in the future. But they also they're trying to compete with YouTube. And I think this is interesting because like a video that's 2 minutes long on TikTok just isn't the same as a YouTube video. So I just think they need to like stay in their own lanes.
Yeah. I mean, I can speak from experience that when I post a longer video of me just like talking to the camera, that always performs well and it always brings in more followers.
I think that there's more for viewers to grab onto. Like there's more, like if it's a story, there's more details, they're spending more time watching it. It makes sense. Like I think that there's just more opportunities. It's kind of like on Instagram with carousel posts. There's more opportunities for people to read, engage, spend more time on. So I think that they do just perform better. So I would, if you're a creator on TikTok, I would try posting longer videos.
And also the 2x speed, I watch a lot more of the longer videos on TikTok with the 2x function. So
love that.
Okay, for our last story, North Face just shared an incredible example of social listening. A TikTok user took to the platform to share a video of her wearing a North Face jacket in the rain, where she complained about being totally soaked despite the jacket saying it was waterproof. She says in the video that she doesn't want a refund, she wants the coat redesigned to be waterproof and express delivered to her on a mountain in New Zealand. What did North Face do? They posted a video of an employee grabbing a jacket from one of their stores, jumping in a helicopter, and then throwing the coat out to the original poster on said mountain. It ends with her saying, "Thanks, North Face," to the camera, and the video has just over 10 million views, and we have thoughts.
Yeah, like people are praising this for being like the best example of social listening, which like cool, like I get it, but I don't think that this was like in a couple of hours. I think it was orchestrated. And I think if you're like a marketer or social media person, you know that it was orchestrated, which takes away some of the magic from it, from my perspective. So it didn't really impress me that much.
No, it didn't feel, it felt like too overproduced. She was completely done up for the second video.
Yeah, they clearly contacted her and were like, can we do this whole bit in a couple days' time? Go back on that mountain.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yes, absolutely.
Like, there's no way that she was on the mountain on the hike and then 30 minutes later they helicoptered in.
Yeah, no, this was not a same day production. And also, she was wearing a black jacket in the video and they replaced it with a red one. Like, no one wants their black jacket replaced with a red jacket. No one.
I don't know. Yeah, cool to see, but yeah, it's getting a lot of like praise, but it's just like, I don't know about it.
I don't know. I think it's a message to marketers for 2024. It's like, yes, be on top of things like this when it happens. We just saw
You don't need a helicopter. You don't need a helicopter.
It doesn't need to be this big of a production. You know, we just saw Stanley do something kind of similar. Just make it feel authentic and organic.
Yeah, and you can do something special without, again, the helicopter and the mountain and this. Like yeah, you don't have to go that far.
No,
to be
too
impressed.
far.
Okay, well, now that we've wet your palate, go eat something more substantial.
Bye.
Bye.